Hey, this is Canary Quilts, and we are finally on to a Halloween project. And this is Fat Quarter Shop's Halloween Mystery Quilt Along that they do every year. This year it's called Mystery Spooky and Sweet. I think it runs for 4 or 5 weeks. It is a free pattern. You can use your own fabrics. I've got links down below to find this pattern so that you can go there every week and do this quilt yourself. It is a blast to do. This year I bought their fabric kit for it. I have it right here. I went through it in my last box opening, which I will link up here. And I also gave one away, and Chloe was the winner. So congratulations, Chloe. Hopefully you get it soon. It went out yesterday. So we can have some fun doing this. Now, there's my block right there. I am going to go through this real quick. It's not too hard to put together. It's a great big puzzle piece, which is fun. So you can see how I put it together. Let me know if you're doing this. Let me know if you've got the fabric kit or if you're just pulling from your own fabrics like I did last year. In fact, what I'm going to do right now is I did a whole bunch of quilts last year. I had a bunch of tops, and I spent about 2 weeks quilting almost all of those tops. 3 of them are Halloween fall related. 2 of them I did quilt alongs last year. And if you were with me last year, you might have done them, or you might have just watched me do them. So I'm going to do a real quick quilt show to show you last year's Fat Quarter Shop quilt along, mystery quilt along for Halloween, and the 2 Halloween quilt alongs I did, and I finished those tops and quilted them myself. So let's take a look at those. All right, the first quilt I want to show off is from last year's Fat Quarter Shop Halloween quilt along. And it is a castle, a cat, and a bat with some stars. And it turned out really cute. I love doing this. I did it in my own fabrics. I had found a Fat Quarter bundle that was Halloween colors that I bought on their flash sale. And then I also incorporated the Gasleys into my castle, which you'll see here in a minute. But it was fun to see everybody's variations on how they did the castle and the cat last year. And this was a fun quilt to put together. Didn't take very long to quilt, and I just kind of winged it while I was quilting it. It was a lot of fun. All right, the next quilt is Roadside Harvest from Coriander Quilts. The pattern is from Coriander Quilts. And one of my subscribers, Corey, introduced me to this pattern last year, and I did a quilt along. So I do have those videos linked in my YouTube channel. If you have this quilt pattern and you want to finish it out, because I found out a lot of people have this pattern, and a lot of people joined me on this quilt along. So the leaves took quite a bit of time to do, and then the rest of it went pretty easy. I did all red trucks because my husband has a red truck, so he can lay underneath this quilt now. Quilting it was fun. I did mostly just outlining all the icons in the center, the trucks, the pumpkins, the leaves, and then in the border I did some leaves and pumpkins quilting. And in the grass, I just did some leaves. So there really wasn't too much to do in this. It was fun. It's kind of a big quilt to actually put through your machine, but I've got a new system that I'm going to be putting a video out that my mom got me for my birthday. It hangs your quilt for you and makes it a whole lot easier to put through your home machine. So there's Roadside Harvest, and I have that sitting on the back of my couch right now. So those videos are available in my YouTube channel if you want to also do this quilt along with me. All right, next is Witch's Night Out. I also did this as a quilt along last year. And again, Corey, one of my subscribers, introduced me to this quilt pattern. It is by It's So Emma. Now, one thing I did with this pattern was I added the border. That is not part of her pattern, just the inside. And I did a video last year on how I did that border, where I cut all those shapes out on my Cricut out of fabric and then fused them on and applique around them. And this is showing a close-up of my quilting that I did. I did alternating spiders and spider webs. It was a lot of fun. It wasn't too hard to do. This was another big quilt. And again, that suspension system that I have to hold the quilt up while you're quilting works great. But some more close-ups of the quilting, and then I just did some swirls in between the spiders and the spider webs in my quilt. And then on the outside, I did outline all of my appliques. I outlined on the outside, and if there was any insides, like on the pumpkins, I outline that also. All right, so there is 3 of my Halloween quilts. I have been quilting a lot. I did about 15 or 20 quilts. I caught up on them. I do finish these. Sometimes it takes some time, but I do finish them, and I wanted to show you. And since it's a Halloween themed video today, I'm showing off the Halloween themed quilts that I finished out. So let's get back to our spooky and sweet. All right, there you go. What did you think of that? That was a lot of fun to do. I'm really super proud of those. I have the Witch's Night Out on one of my couches that I sit on, and then the Roadside Harvest is on the other couch that my husband sits on, and that's got his red trucks on it. And then I'll be hanging my mystery quilt along, the Halloween one from last year, up with this one this year. And I have one from 2 years ago. So I got lots of Halloween quilts. It's gonna be fun to decorate this year. But anyway, let's get started on the spooky and sweet block for this month, called Witchy Ghost Block. That's what it looks like, and it's so much fun to do. So hit the subscribe button, notification bell. You can do this with me and all the other fun stuff we got going on here. But let's get started on our block. We're finally at the first week of the Mystery Spooky and Sweet Quilt Along. This is something Fat Quarter Shop does every year, and I love doing these. This year I got the fabric kit, and I actually gave one away, and congratulations to Chloe for winning it. It was in my last box opening that I gave one of these away. So that's what the kit looks like. I will have a link to both of these down below. The pattern is free. You can use your own fabrics. If you like the kit, there may be kits left, I'm not sure. But I will have links to this down in the description down below this video. So this is the first week. Week 1 is Witchy Ghost Block, and that's what it's going to look like. I have all my pieces cut. So this is just going to be putting a puzzle together because almost all of these are single cuts. So this is going to be fun. It will be fun. We've got a lot of pieces. You can see I've gotten into my double letter alphabeties here. So background, ghost, I think this is the hat, this is his little cloak that he's wearing, the pumpkin, the hat band. The first thing we're going to start to do is build out the hat up here. So I'm going to get the pieces I need, and we'll go ahead and start that real quick. All right, to start building out the hat, basically the brim of the hat and up, we're doing this area. We need to put B and X together. Sew along this line, trim, and then iron this towards the corner. Y and D are going to go together like this. Sew along the line, trim this corner off, iron towards the corner. W and E are going together just like this. Once these two are together, then we're going to bring this over and I think put it like this. Not sure, I don't remember. Maybe like that. And then sew on the line. And then one of these little eyes is going to go on this side of Z. So I'm going to get all of this sewn together, and then we'll come back and we'll put our A on. And then we'll start putting the hat together. There's my pieces put together. Now we're going to take A, draw a line down the diagonal. We're going to put it on this section and up and over here on the right, so that our diagonal goes from the top to the bottom right corner. So we're going to sew on this line. We're going to trim this off, and then we'll come back and put our pieces together. We need the F. The F is going to go on the side over here. There's the pieces for our hat. So we need to put this section together, and then we can add these two pieces on, and then we'll move on to the cute ghost eyes. There's my ghosty hat. Now we're going to start working on the eyes and the mouth of the ghost, or the top of the head of the ghost. We're going to need M and L and a BB. That's what these look like. And it's going to go together just like this. These two, and then we'll add this to the bottom. And then we have an O and an N and a BB. Put these two together, add the N to the bottom. So I'm going to get all that completed. Then we'll come back and start working. I think it's going to be on his little mouth. I think his mouth is going to be a flying goose. Okay, here's my 2 eye units. Now to make the mouth, we need to make a flying goose out of a double B and 2 R's. And then when we're done with the flying goose, we're gonna add the N to the top of it. And that's gonna make the mouth unit. There's our little ghosty face. Just need to put these 3 sections together, add these 2 on each side, and we've got our little face. And then we're gonna move on to his cloak and the pumpkin. There's my cute little ghosty face. So I'm gonna set that aside. We are now gonna work on this area here, which I don't know, could be his hands and the handle to our pumpkin. Because he's obviously going trick-or-treating. This is a she ghost. How about that? Let's just make it a she. She is going trick-or-treating. So we need to put together first 2 of these. We've got 2 of these BBs left, and then we need 2 Qs. And we're gonna put those on top here, and then we're gonna put a U on right here. So we have each side of our handle. All right, so let me get these 2 put together. All right, here's these 2 pieces put together. Now we're gonna take our U's, and what we wanna do is we wanna put one on this side and one on this side of these units here. And then we also need to put together our A and our T, our double A and our T. So I'm gonna get all 3 of these together, and then we'll put together her little hands. There's our little hands, and the black is the handle of our pumpkin. And so we will put these together like that, and then I'm gonna go ahead and put the pumpkin together where we're gonna just alternate. I think we start with this one right here. Alternate colors to make 4 strips. Here's the handle portion. Here's the beginning of my pumpkin, but we need to round it out. So we have one of our R's left, which is the same color as the ghost. That's gonna go in the lower left. We have a J that is the background color that's gonna go in the lower right. Then we have 2 V's, which is her cloak color, and that's gonna go up in these corners. So we're gonna sew on the diagonal here, cutting off each corner and then ironing towards a corner. So I'm gonna get my pumpkin done, and then we'll start finishing out this whole section here. There's my pumpkin with my corners, so it rounds it out, and I've got the ghosty sheet corner here and the background here. Now we want to put our handle and our pumpkin together, and then we want to finish out this side here. So we're gonna do this section. So we just need to put these 2 together, and then sew them together on the left side. There's the cute little pumpkin candy bucket. I'm gonna set that aside. We need to do this side of everything here. So we need to make this C and K half square triangle. So I'm just gonna put these 2 together. I'm gonna make 2 half square triangles out of this. I'm gonna attach one to the bottom of this, and then we'll start putting our whole thing together. We're getting this thing put together. She is coming together. So we need to put our face onto our cloak and our candy bucket. And then I added my half square triangle down here. That's the little tail. And then we're gonna put this on the left side, and we're gonna put G on the right side. And then we're gonna add the hat to the top and H to the bottom. There's my little week 1 witchy ghost block done. It's too tall to put this way. Let's see. I can get most of it. There we go. So you can find this free pattern at Fat Quarter Shop, and you can use your own fabrics if you want to. They may still have some fabric kits left, and that's what I'm using is their fabric kit this year. So look at that nice big block we got for week 1. That is really cool, and I'm so happy to be working on a Halloween project. It just really kind of makes me really happy. I don't know, it's weird, but I like it. Anyway, hit the subscribe button, notification bell, if you want to keep doing this with me and do all the other fun stuff we got here. So I'll see you in the next video. Bye.